Just to close on, the infamous rivalry with David Benavidez that fans love. I know you mentioned during his Angulo fight, man, Vincent would have pieced this guy up. What did you think of how David looked in that fight, Caleb?
I mean, he went in there and he did what he had to do. So that's really all I can say, I guess.
He said, even beyond the money and titles, he just really wants that fight to happen in his career. So
Of course he does. He lost his world title, so he's in a desperate situation. He wasn't talking about that beforehand. When he won his world title against Ronald Graville, who was standing at the bottom of the steps asking him to fight at the Hard Rock? Who was?
That was you, Caleb.
Me. But people don't, the rest of the world, they don't know about that because that's not on video for everybody. And it's not – I'm my promoter. So it's not my promoter. I have video – and you've seen the video of Samson saying, no, they don't need to fight yet. We're not going to let them fight yet. That fight needs to be built up so it can make more money. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like we could have done that when he had a world title and made a unification out of it. But they wanted to keep waiting, and then he loses his world title again for a second time. Of course he's saying that. He's desperate, but he's going to have to wait in line like a good little boy off to the side because I got my fight on January 30th, and then I got bigger fish to fry with Canelo after that, and then I'll get to him when I get to him. He's on my shit list, and I will get to him. But until then, he's going to have to wait off to the side like a good little boy because he didn't do what he was supposed to do again. He's going to have to wait. That's not how it works. Oh, man, but I want to see you fight. Well, I wanted to see the Titans in the second round of the playoffs too, but, they didn't – unfortunately, they didn't do what they were supposed to do. So what happened? They're going to have to wait. That's how it works.
What about the Titans, Caleb?
Man.
But if if a Canelo fight can't happen and if these other guys don't want to,
Canelo fight's going to happen. It will happen. The Canelo fight's going to happen. He's saying it's going to happen. I'm telling you it's going to happen. Our teams are saying it's going to happen. But everybody keeps pressing. They just need to relax and take a breath. The fight's going to happen. But first things first, January 30th, I'm fighting my second mandatory back-to-back, and if people are wondering why, it's because the IBF is so strict with their mandatories that they're usually the only sanctioning body that will not waive a mandatory for a bigger fight or a unification fight. So I'm going to knock out a back-to-back mandatory. That leaves me a year's free worth and open and clear of unification fights to make. That way no mandatory gets in the way, and I'll be ready. But until then, January 30th is where my attention and my focus is. And I'm ready to handle business.
January 30th, people, man. January 30th, live on Fox in prime time. Caleb defending the IBF Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Thanks so much, Caleb. Anything else you want to say to boxing fans before you get out of here?
Just tune in January 30th because it's going to be fireworks.